Do you trust the cruise line, or do you trust yourself? Tonight on Ship Happens Raw, Kat and Matt take on the port day debate that splits cruisers right down the middle. Cruise line excursions, or DIY port days. One side says play it safe, the other, pay the money, follow the flag, get back before all aboard. The other side says grab a taxi, find the beach club, eat the street food, skip the crowds, and actually experience the port. Is it a smart move or a vacation gamble? Because one delayed bus is a story, one missed ship is a disaster. Tonight we're talking excursion horror stories, beach day wins, taxi chaos, snorkeling dreams, port shopping disasters, and the real cruise decisions nobody puts in the brochure. Real talk, no brochure BS, live every Wednesday night. Ship Happens Raw. Live starting soon. Travel smarter, not harder. Cruise lines will tell you booking through them is safer, easier, and stress-free. Meanwhile, half the internet says you're wasting money and you should just go do everything yourself. So tonight, Kat and I are going to settle this. Well, we're going to try. Somehow I don't think we're going to agree.
Well, and because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Some people are just way too confident in ports. Just
this guy, way too confident in ports. Are cruise line excursions actually worth the cost, or are you just paying triple for a bus ride and a sticker? That's my question for you.
Let me back up my comment of some of y'all are just way too confident in ports you do not understand, right? Confidence is exactly how people get left behind or worse. Now, I think DIY can be incredible, absolutely. But there's a difference between that smart freedom, I'm using smart lightly here, or just reckless vacation abandonment decisions because you want freedom.
So if our channel helps you cruise smarter and spend less, do the YouTube thing. Let us know in the comments below. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Really helps our channel, and make sure you don't miss any stuff that the cruise lines don't exactly advertise. So on the flip side, is it travel freedom or the fastest way to become a person sprinting down the pier, trying to get to that ship as it's pulling away like you saw in the intro? Are you the pier? Am I the pier runner?
Or it's not just a pier runner. You could be the next person on a headline for bad decisions in port, or kidnapping or extortion.
Or we watched the video on Coach Cruise, right? And saw somebody, it was a little bit of clickbait. She made it on the boat, but even still, that last minute thing, right? So tonight we're talking about private excursions, cruise line guarantees, getting left behind, scams, hidden risks. Some ports that it's great to DIY in, and others that may be dumb as hell.
Well,
and the real answer nobody wants to admit, because honestly, both sides are very polarizing.
a 50-50 split almost when we were looking at some of the commentaries. And I think half of the internet leaves out the part where things go wrong.
Oh, yeah. So throw it out in chat. Are you team cruise line or team do it yourself? DIY if it's close. So let's actually dig in.
If we're going to start with the cruise line side.
Go right ahead, baby. Oh, by the way, if anybody out there didn't know, Kat likes the guarantee.
The biggest thing for me is that ship waits. I am not going to be a pier runner if I can help it. And people say that casually, but that's not a small perk. There's a difference with some of those cruise line excursions of being inconvenience versus a disaster.
So have you ever almost missed the ship? I'm going to ask you that before I throw it out there into chat, because have you
Who,
almost?
me?
Yeah.
No, only with you the first day, the very first time.
No,
but that wasn't in a port.
We actually had two.
What was our other one?
On Utopia, when we got stuck on the side of the road. And
that was a Shore. That was by through the ship. But then they would have got us to the other but they would have got us to the next port.
Oh, lucky us. We were stranded on the side of the road in Montego Bay and
Jamaica.
2 kids. And
With a lot of people wanting to help us.
there were a lot of people that were like, hey, we'll take you back to the ship. And I was like, come on, man. That was like, I don't want to go. It was like, look at my badge, right? Oh, here we go. Tripping with RB. We're on the fence. We do both, but we are very careful about not being close to all board times when DIY. We have found some great excursions ourselves and saved a lot of money. I gotta say, you've heard Kat's angle. She is team safety, team I don't want to go too far from the port. As long as it has a lazy river, we are good.
I like a lazy river. Thanks.
Absolutely, I know you do. That's
You get too many margaritas, you don't have to walk. You just float all day. You're good.
Exactly. You didn't even want to leave when we were in, was that Tano Bay? Tiano Bay? I can never
Yes.
get that right.
But it was rainy and starting to rain, so we had to leave.
And did we not have an amazing time doing the
I'm
DIY?
not saying we didn't have it. I'm just saying with a ship excursion, I was going to say shore excursion, but they're all shore excursions technically. I know you're paying extra, possibly sometimes triple in some cases, but you're also paying enough to be a pier runner.
Okay.
And let me back it up a little. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, right? And I want to put this out there because before I used to be more DIY, but after my health incident, and some of you guys are aware of it, and we talk about it from time to time on chat. So for those or for the channel, after my TIA, it was a trans ischemic attack, or basically a mini stroke, I don't look at ports the same anymore. I'm not always interested, depending on how I'm feeling, being 45 minutes away from a ship in a place where I don't know the hospital situation or the roads or how fast we can get help, right? And that doesn't make me paranoid.
I don't think you're paranoid at all.
It
I
just
completely
being
understand.
prepared.
Just a quick timeout. I'm Matt from K&M Getaway. If you like how we break this stuff down, tell us in the comments below. Hit the like, subscribe, and notifications. We do this every week. You know, that one is definitely, it has changed the way we've done excursions for certain. I think prior to that, I would get us in a cab. And I remember when we were in Costa Maya and we were going up that mountain to the local farmers vendor market that was on top of a mountain in the middle of a rainstorm. We didn't think we were getting up there.
I thought the axle was going to break on the car and we're not going to get back at the bottom of the ship.
Yep.
We're at the top of the mountain.
But that was one of the best port days we had. We made a friend. We hopped in a cab. We said, hey, don't give us the tour that everybody wants. We just want to go see Costa Maya. And that, I got to say it here, boom, very understandable, Kat. When I look back, I think Costa Maya for us was one of our best port days.
Good. We had a good time.
Yep. I've got to say, though, I understand your point of making sure we're back, not going as far. But I don't think you get to see what the ports are really like, right? But you don't get to see the local culture. You only get to see what the cruise line wants to show you. And those are canned excursions most of the time. I think of our Chicken Pizza excursion. 42 people on
For those that don't know what that is, that's Chichen Itza.
Yes.
We had a little kid on our tour bus, kept calling it, I want chicken pizza. And he was so sad that there was no chicken pizza when we arrived.
Yeah, but it has stuck. We're going to call it Chicken Pizza for the rest of time because it was funny. But I think of that, there had to be 100 people, 40 on our bus, 3 buses that were going. It was like we were cattle. We were herded like cattle, follow the flag. And don't get me wrong, Chichen Itza was gorgeous. It was beautiful. I've got amazing photos, right? No chicken pizza. That's right. I've got some amazing photos, some amazing videos. We had a great time, but it was like, I felt like I was cattle. I felt our tour guide was good, but at the same time, we sat on a bus for 2 hours going through the Mexican countryside, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not exactly like beautiful views as you're going through. And it just wasn't great. And then the bus got stopped by the federales and boarded. I've got those pictures of the guys walking on with the M16s with their faces covered, and it's just like, oh boy. I'm glad this.
But what if we were not with a ship excursion and that happened? They could have been that person's buddy, and I'm not trying to say anything bad, but you don't know. You're not traveling like a local if you don't know where you are.
Oh, I get that. I got to say, this last time, it was very different. We were on Luna here just about a month ago, and I'm going to go to Tortola when you were not feeling well. It was a rough day for you, and you stayed in, and I went out to the port by myself, and I got to do the DIY that I've been dreaming about for a long time. I walked, I hopped in a cab, hopped on a tour that was not at the port area, ended up at the beach with some fresh food, great views, got to go to the rum distillery in a cab, and got to meet the cruise line excursions that were there. And you saw them all walking around with number 46. Got to see the number 46 little sticker, and they're following the guy around, and I'm going in there going, it was just a completely different experience, because the guy I was with, the taxi guy, we were talking about his kids and his family and how he grew up on the island and what it was like. And you don't get that when you do a cruise line excursion, right? That was.
And I agree with that, because we had a great time in Costa Maya the one time that we had the cab that I was going to be stuck on the mountain because things settled in and the weather calmed down, and it was still early enough in the day because it was a long port day. But let's face it, some people treat foreign ports like your Disney World with tacos.
What kind of tacos? Fish tacos, shrimp tacos?
Depending on the port you're at, I guess. If you're by the ocean, yeah, you can always go for a fish taco.
So I'm going to throw a question out to the chat, because we got some people out there. What is the sketchiest port you've ever been in? I think that one's pretty good. We do both, some through the cruise line, some through Viator, but we check times very closely to make sure we have enough time to get back to the ship. I will say we do a lot of DIY as well. I would say we're probably
70, 30,
yeah,
70 DIY.
DIY and about 20 through the cruise line. It just depends on what they have and what they're offering.
And some through third parties like Viator or Shore Excursions, because also for that level of security on those platforms, if you do your homework, you can find them with guaranteed ship returns. Absolutely. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think of the one that we've got coming up in October at Costa Beach. I can't wait to go there. It's a Carnival one, and there is the thing through the cruise line through Carnival, but it's $125 more than if I was to just hop on a cab and go to Costa Beach, right? So it's like, and if I pay attention when the cruise line group is starting to leave, we can get back to the ship just in time.
And I agree. Some of the cruise excursions are overpriced. I absolutely agree with that.
Another show's in the books. Another night talking ship, cruise chaos, bad decisions, good memories, and probably a few differing opinions. It's exactly how we like it. Seriously though, thanks for hanging out with us. Whether you're planning your next cruise, already counting down, or just escaping real life for a little while, we really appreciate you being here. That's what this community is about. Real people, real cruise talk, the stuff cruisers actually talk about after dinner, at the pool bar, or standing on a balcony. No polished travel ads, no fake hype, just the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous side of cruising. And honestly, that's the fun of it. So wherever your next getaway takes you, we hope it's filled with good people, strong drinks, ocean breeze, late nights, and stories worth talking about long after you get home. Until next time, keep cruising smarter, not harder. Good night, everybody.